There we go, now we're good. Okay, this is such a long-winded intro, and it's really nothing we don't already know. So this is Megaman Xtreme, the first Game Boy Color game. I've already LP'd the second one, and I don't know if I'm ever going to do this one. Since it's not all that different from the original games, the SNES games. Anything I need to do in options? Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that. For some reason the select button goes to the menus. Don't need any of that. Okay. Hey, Noble. So for the most part, this is just an emulation of the Super NES games X1 and X2 on the Game Boy Color, which, to be honest, they didn't do a bad job. Yes, you're right, Noble. This is sort of a an interquel, if you will. Whoop! Whoa! Thought there was supposed to be a health down there. But yeah, this is supposed to take place between X2 and X3. The reason everything looks just like it did in X1 and X3 will be explained shortly. Get off. Sort of a, I'm not sure if you can really call this a translation error, but Vile was called Vava in the Japanese games. For some reason they forgot to translate it here. Okay, so one English-filled cutscene later. Okay, so now we have 4 Mavericks from X1 and X2. Well, 3 from X1, 1 from X2. Like in X1, I tend to start with Storm Eagle. So, since this is all Matrix in here, stage layouts are almost identical to the way they were in the Super NES game. Except in this case, the sub-tanks and hard tanks were swapped. Hard tank. But yeah, like I said, considering that this game was like a downgrade from 16 to 8-bit, didn't come out too bad, I thought. Still one I like to play. Hard to destroy those, though. Yeah, I agree, Noble, and that's why I was more willing to do Xtreme 2 than this one, since it is just an 8-bit rehash of the first 2 games. Shouldn't get hit like that too often. Like before, the big threat here is going to be contact damage, especially since I don't have the armor yet. Otherwise, it's not hard. Unlike the original X1, you notice you do start with the dash ability, so that just makes this even easier. There we go. What mandatory music for Storm Eagle? But like the original game, the Storm Tornado works really well. see our bad guys there. One of them looks kind of familiar. What about his stage music? So anyway, next is Flame Stag. Oh, you mean how everyone talks about how awesome Storm Eagle's music is. The lava moved up a little slower than there. Gave me a little leeway. Get over here. That's where the armor upgrade is. And up here where the X-Hunter fight was in the original game is where we fight Zane. He has a pretty easy pattern. His sword will block frontal attacks, but just hit him in the back. Now, this fight is optional as far as I know. I don't know if there's any real point to fight him now. I mean, you don't seem to get any reward for beating him, other than maybe just get a preview of his fight later. Get off me, stupid squirrels. Once again, a Fire Maverick is weak to the Storm Tornado. Easy enough. It didn't reset his AI the same way the Bubble Splash did in X2, but still does a good job on him. You can probably guess who's weak to the Speed Burner now. So since we already have the dash upgrade, what this one does is it lets us automatically air dash off the walls, which is very difficult, if not impossible, to do with the Game Boy controls, as you normally can anyways in the Super NES game. Plus, it lets you do the same thing the head part does, let you destroy certain blocks just by kicking off them. Heart in the same place. Like before, Chill Penguin's a non-issue with a fire weapon. There we go. And last, Spark Mandrill. We don't have that thing like we did in X1, where after being Storm Eagle, it changes the level a little bit. So now we've got the electricity run through the floor, which would be what happens in X1 if you came here before being Storm Eagle. Fortunately, I can barely make out the floor, even with the lights out, so that's a little easier. Similarly, the Thunder Slimer's not as crippled as he was before. He's still got his lightning attack now. But the Storm Tornado still breaks him. this is different. And here's where they hid the last capsule. Give us the X-Buster upgrade. And you probably notice you don't get... X's sprite doesn't change from his upgrades until you get all of them. Same weakness as before. Yeah, pretty crippled with the shotgun ice. I don't know. The Mega Man Zero series has already gotten a re-release on the DS, the Mega Man Zero Collection, so I'm not sure if there would really be any point to release. Well, they might still be released on the the GBA Virtual Console, which they just recently released a few games from there. Metroid Fusion was one, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and Advance Wars. And then we got the first Sigma level from X1. And where we fought Vile in the original game. Now we fight Zane again. This time for real. Fights mostly the same as he did before, only when he does that spin attack, he moves toward you. Still not that big a deal. Yes, keep the dialogue G-rated, Nintendo. Don't let them say stuff like kill. It's not the awkward Met AI. They always come out when you turn your back on them, like the boos from Super Mario. And like the original game, we got this friggin' spider now to fight. Pretty much the same fight as before. He's still weak to the shotgun ice. Quite want you to dash there. There we go. I hated that spider so much the first time I played Mega Man X. That was a major roadblock I ran into. Now the third fortress level from X2. Very sped up music too. And they do the same tune again for Gates Lab in X6. So, nice little callback. Despite all the crap X6 seems to get, it had its moments that I felt. Overall, it was mostly a waste of potential. Because it otherwise would have shaped up to look a lot better than X5, I felt. And even still, I'd rather play X6 than X5. Yeah, this requires some really fancy crap getting that up here. Are you serious? It looks like it should have plenty of room. There we go. See if I can get through here now. Oh, first try. A little surprised with myself, considering how long it took me before. But now... we get both the Hadouken and the Shoryuken here. It's performed a little bit differently. You have to charge all the way up till you turn pink, and then hold either up or down when you release. Up is the Shoryuken, I think I think it got nerfed in that it's not the one-hit kill it was before. Get off me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn it. What? What? Why didn't you jump? God, these things are a pain. There. Sheesh. And now we got this bastard. Yeah, they moved the fight with surges to this area. From what I can tell, the charged electric spark seems to work best here. Fortunately, Surge's hitbox isn't as tiny either. So I can still hit it fairly easily. Alright. Right along. Almost at the end of the level, or the end of the game. Boss rush time. Storm Eagle. Whoa! Okay, that was dumb of me. Didn't think the Hadouken would keep my feet nailed to the floor that long. Just kept getting blown forward. Oh, that's what I get for trying to get fancy, I guess. Yeah, as you can see, it's not a one-hit kill like it was before, but I believe you can do it if you're not at full health. So it's sort of a trade-off there. By the way, Whoops, that's not it. Electric Spark isn't Storm Eagle's weakness this time. Well, in this game, even though there's just the 4 of them for now. Actually, the only chance you'll be able to use his weakness on him will be in a later game mode. So that's another reason why you might as well fight him first, with just the X-Buster. Is that all you plan on doing? Oh, there you go. Actually, it's Spin Wheel is his weakness in this game. Yeah, Sigma. Big shocker to see you here. Yeah, no shit. Foo-foo's not a very good laugh for you, Sigma. That's the same laugh Gate used in X6, in fact. Suits him better, I think. The controls in this game aren't exactly perfect compared to the Super NES game. Sometimes X likes to get stuck on the wall, among other things, as you saw earlier with the... Which is why I kept falling into spikes earlier. We don't want to take too many hits. Notice contact damage from Sigma still took off about almost a third of my health, even with armor. Come on, stop swinging your sword and get up here. There we go. Gemo runs like a little bitch. What was on his mind? Yeah, it shouldn't be too surprising. I mean, they look almost exactly alike. Just palette swaps of each other, almost. How does that even work? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. Same final form from X1. Whoa. Right off the bat, huh? Mistaken, like in X1, the only other thing that works on him besides the rolling shield is fully charged shots with the... Whoa, that was close. Whoops. Doesn't look like it would take me into the range to finish him with the Shoryuken or the Hadouken, unfortunately. Well, if Capcom wasn't trying to copy Mortal Kombat before, they certainly are now. If you've seen Decapra from the upcoming Ultra Street Fighter 4, she's just a palette swap clone of Cammy. Let's call that a new character. I mean, at least Mortal Kombat's been trying to diversify their palette swaps a little more. And that's the end of Megaman Xtreme. Kind of. Not quite. But first we have to wait to the credits. Yes, that's true. Luigi was the original palette swap. Oh, you're supposed to be dead. Okay, so now hard mode's been unlocked. And it's... I'm not sure if you could... I'd really call it so much hard mode as... It really is a continuation of the first game we played. It seems to start off just as it did before, but check that out. I've got all the upgrades and all the weapons from before. So it's less hard mode and more new game plus. And that's not all, as we'll see once we get through the intro level. Instead of messing around, I don't think the weapons work on them near as much as just the X-Buster does. Okay, same thing as before. Only now, for more Mavericks. And first one I go to this time is Armored Armadillo, since we already have his weakness, which was the same as in his original game. Yeah, you're right, Zero's still sitting on his ass. But at least in this, at this point of the game, well, okay, that was, I don't know how that happened. Nobody saw that, right? I was able to one-shot with the Hadouken, so now I get this. here, where we got the Hadouken in the original game, we have another capsule. So now the capsules in these levels will let us call Zero off his lazy ass to come help us. He still doesn't do much, you just call him in, he doesn't attack, and then he leaves. He doesn't really gain a full playable capacity until the next Xtreme 2. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it didn't really do much. Rolling Shield's a little bugged in this game. The charged version is seriously broken. Oh, it's him again. Mothaway next. Fortunately, we get that heart without any outside help. I don't think the same can be said for the capsule here. I think we still need the spin wheel to get to that. These bugs are annoying. I think we can use either weapon on Mork Moth. Oh. Yeah, the speed burner still works pretty well on him. I think the rolling shield is supposed to be his main weakness. This little beam there fires a lot differently. There. It's actually a little more annoying trying to hit him with the rolling shield. It might have actually been a little easier with the speed burner still. Again, Magna Centipede's next. Oh, what the hell? How did... Oh, that spotlight wasn't there before. I think I was able to reset that. Since they're obviously not going to recreate that wireframe sword. Here we got, you just fight 2 battles with this guy. Now there's something hidden here that wasn't in the original game. Another Zero summon. This one's by far the best. It's similar to the Dash one from before, except it deals a ton of damage. I think it'll one-shot most minor enemies. And bosses, it'll deal like about a third of their health. See how well that's going to work here. Not sure exactly how much that did. still easy with the soak shot. And finally, Wheelgator. Same place Capsule was before. Let's let Zero do an upward attack. Okay, here's... Oops, that's not the right weapon. Here's an example of just how broken the rolling shield is. Yes, I am spike-proof now. If only that power were in more games. Once again, the X-Hunter room. We have sort of a pre-fight with Gimo. Once again, we get nothing for beating him. Except that. Wheelgator's weak to the magnet mines this time. Still annoying thanks to all the times he can become invincible. he seems to have a lot more invincibility frames than he did in the original game, too. Sheesh. And look at that. Just die already, thank you. Well, yeah, as you pointed out with the CX4 chip in Magna Centipede stage, it was probably harder for the Game Boy Color to handle the scrolling animations too in Real Gator's level. Okay, we just need to go back to Morph Moth's level. Grab the capsule there. Where were you? Did I miss it? Oh, there we go. And get the Earth Geyser here. That's a full screen attack, which might be useful. Okay. And the first two fortress levels are going to be the same as before, though. Nothing changes here except for one thing. And that'll be, we'll fight Giemel in Vile's room instead of Zane. Oh look, he's got a ninja kite. But the speed burner cripples this because it actually knocks him off. Both spiders weak to the magnet mines too. Not sure if they do any more damage than the shotgun ice, but it's another weapon you can use. Baby blocked the shot. Alright. Get off me, bats. I don't think I need to dick around with that this time, because, well, for one thing, I already have the Shoryuken and the Hadouken, and if I didn't by this point, it's real easy to get it now with the spike-proof rolling shield. Yeah, what now, guys? Oh. Hit me just as I was releasing it. But this fight's a lot easier now, because of the weapons I have. It's also weak to the rolling shield, which, because it travels downward, makes it much easier to hit him. Boss rush time again. This is probably a good time to use Zero's final attack. Such an annoying fight. Oh! Picked a nice time to stick to the wall, X. Yeah, that went a little easier than before, though. Yeah, time being the same way as before. Who's left? Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I used up a lot of my electric spark against Armadillo. Otherwise, this is most of the same Sigma fight as before. Again, stop sticking to the wall axe. Again, though, even this fight's gonna be easier, because now we got the rolling shield. I think it does have a few attacks it didn't have before, though. But all I did was spam rolling shields. And that is it. Oh, mostly Axe's work. Zero hardly did crap. Okay, and that's the end of Megaman Xtreme. For real this time. Again, I thought this was a pretty good shot at a portable X game. Actually, did a nice job of translating everything to a 16-bit game originally down to 8-bit. They did a pretty good job of that, especially in the sprite animations. Everything's animated very well, which I really liked about this. But as just about everyone agrees, the second game was a lot better, since it's actually a lot different than the original games, and didn't just copy and paste stages for the most part. Okay, and that was just unlocking Extreme mode, which I'm not going to be doing here. It's the same game that we've played twice over now. It just combines all 8 Maverick levels, and there are no story sequences. So that was all for Mega Man Xtreme. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be back with a new game.